What's up? I'm Noelle at Noelle's Notions, and this is Fame by the Flame with Cam the Homie.
So with it.
Hey, all right now. So Cam, let's get started.
Right.
This is your first interview. So
Yes,
fans, I'm really excited to dive in, right?
Yeah.
Because this is being your first interview, I wanted to kind of take it back and go to the basics. So
Okay.
how did you get started doing what you do?
Okay, so, I'm going to go ahead and shout out my man, Davon LeBrew, first class on the beat. It started out behind a church. Started out behind the church, Fruity Loops on the laptop, and some Call of Duty headphones, and just go. And I'm just freestyling, and some of it makes sense, some of it doesn't make sense, but years of that, we started getting some more ideas in our head and filtering out what we didn't want to have as part of that, and just decided, hey, let's go ahead and try to do something together. And then he kind of went about doing the Air Force thing, so he's out actually serving, so I really got mad love and respect for my man for doing that. But I had to go kind of, be organic with how I wanted to go about releasing music, because, he's gone. So it's like, all right, am I going to base my music career off of, one individual, even though he's an important part, at the start of it. But it was just like, nah, let me get out here, network, talk to other people, see who else is in this region and circuit that's doing this stuff. So
awesome. Well, shout out to those who serve. And you're serving some fire lyrics and some tracks on your own.
Absolutely.
Even though that split, I feel like probably was a little scary for you going on your own. You're killing it. Like you have.
Man, it's definitely been something. I can't say that without the experience of actually just going through the growing pains of it, having to do it all by yourself. It makes for more of a strong, rooted foundation of it. Yeah. So when it came time for me to release stuff, I'm telling people I'm coming out with stuff, and I'm not coming out with it, and it's like, dang, I'm damaging the ground I'm gaining. But just because of how I knew I just had to just have that type of resiliency of being by myself in this, it was like, okay, eventually I knew I was going to finally get on that straight, narrow road where it was going to be nothing but focus from there on.
Yeah. Well, and going kind of from being like a duo to then being by yourself, how has that changed in the way that you produce and even like make your music?
It allows opportunity for me to be more open to like ideas when I'm dealing with others, because I have my own style and my own persona, and it's just if I'm not open to this different realms of music, it's only going to go so far. And I feel like my music can touch more than just Sacramento, because it's all about experiences, and no matter where you are in the world, there's only so many things that could be going on. So I figure, let me just go ahead and just gather everything in a nutshell and just see who is relating the most with my stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely like, music is kind of one of those things that transcends across like, different ages, races, genders, locations. Like it's what you're saying, like you're reaching out and touching different people.
Absolutely.
And so what is, obviously like the goal then for like you as an artist? Like, where do you want your music to take you, not only personally, but for the fans that listen to it?
Honestly, I just want to take the music in a place where others that can come from the same type of environments and situations, such as myself. When you don't have figures such as myself, I'm not to say that there aren't other individuals that are doing the same kind of road as me, but I'm from a very bad part of town, and I didn't gangbang or anything like that, but my what I was seeing was the same as everyone else, even though they may have decided to go left when I went right. But I just figure as long as I'm being a positive influence, I grew up around the corner from Luther Burbank High School, and anyone that knows that area, they know what's affiliated over there. And there used to be a little brick wall over there. They used to say, it takes a village. It takes a village to raise one. So, who's going to be that one if we're all going this way with it? So I decided to, just try to make sure that I'm making the truest music to myself. And, this is where I'm at now.
Yeah. Well, and I know that a lot of your music not only comes from like your heart, but I'm curious how much comes from your spirituality. I know that on your Instagram, which is Cam the Homie, you guys definitely tune in and follow him on Instagram, Twitter, all social platforms, that you have a proverb on there. And I just kind of want you to talk a little bit about that, like maybe how, your kind of religious background plays into the message of like positivity and just kind of, just like life in general that you're trying to spread through your music.
Right. Well, I recently was talking to my grandmother. Shout out to Nana, by the way. I love her so much. What she was telling me, I was kind of telling her about my music stuff recently, you know, because she's known that I've been wanting to do
Yeah.
this for a while, as well as my mom and everyone else. But she's kind of telling me, like, you're trying to get in the light, but remember who's the light. You know, I come from a Christian background. You know, my family's based from Mobile, Alabama. So, you know.
Oh, shout out. I'm from Tuscaloosa. Yes.
All right now,
Roll Tide.
okay, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know, they're real rooted in, you know, going to church and being spiritual and staying in tune with, you know, the Most High, and just, I was taught to, you know, just have a personal relationship with him. And there came a point in my life where I had nothing but idle thoughts, and my grandma always told me, idle mind is the devil's workshop. So I just tried to, you know, make sure that my personal relationship with God, even though I wasn't going in the, you know, the temple, the home, I just decided to, you know, let him know that, okay, I'm still pushing, and I'm still going to just, you know, every challenge that I faced along the way by myself, you know, when I knew that I wasn't ready for the world by myself, you know, I just faced it head on with, you know, standing strong like a statue, so to speak. So,
yeah, awesome. Well, I mean, it definitely, I feel like sometimes faith can keep you focused, like you said, like where it kind of keep you on a path of where you want to go. And, you know, starting from music in a group to now doing on your own, to putting out your own projects and inspiring your community.
Right.
Where do you see music taking you? Like, do you always see yourself producing, or like, you know, where do you see music and you in the future?
So in the future, I definitely would say that I see myself taking it in a place where it kind of complements my shoe stuff that I do. I'm real heavy in the shoe where I'm a big sneakerhead. You know, I'm in here with the Gatorade 6s on today. You know, but
can we just zoom in on those?
you know what I'm saying? It's the Haterades. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, but yeah, it's just. Yeah, I just wanted to get real started on that, and you know, I'm actually in the process of collabing with a homegirl of mine by the name of Talisha Lowe. Shout out to her, by the way, and you know, she's in the fashion world, and you know, so you know, hopefully we'll be able to get it in a place where you know, the mass is able to go on there, find the, you know, shoes that they're looking for, because I'm into the special releases like Yeezys and stuff like that. And if you know anything about that, you know, people are always looking for them, you know. They are a chicken without their head, or you know, ants on sugar, you know. So I'm just trying to be an outlet for that, you know. And I love the feeling that I give people when I place a pair of shoes in their hand, and they're like, oh my gosh. And people that know anything about hip hop, you know, fashion, that's part of it, you know, the arts, and you know, breakdance and all that. So I feel like I got 2 in 1 right here. So why not?
So it's definitely like a cohesion, like you said, of like, you know, spitting bars, and also like having your street style like on tap, right? Like linking people up with things that they may normally not have access to.
Yeah.
And so for fans who are now just tuning in, where, you know, what is a project or a song that's really dear to you that can kind of sum up like your style as a musician?
Style as a musician in a song, I definitely would say 916. That's my most heartfelt song. I'm kind of trying to, you know, bust my way into the hip hop scene. You know, we from Sacramento, so we know what's going on out here. We more in tune with the bass sound. You know what I mean? And I'm on it. You know, I got it a little bit in me, but you know, I just feel like, you know, my lyricism goes a little bit past that.
Yeah, so. And I feel like we have our own style. Like it's like we definitely, like you said, have that Bay influence, but there is something special about 916 or 916. You know?
Yeah, exactly. And we're so diverse as a city too. Like some years ago, I was reading that we were the most diverse city in America at one point. So we just imagine how many different types of styles that you could, like, you know, fuse in with what you got going on. So you know, that's where I'm at with it. Like, let me just see like what I can just fuse together and just put on a, you know, a piece of paper. I guess.
Well, and so can you spit a little bit for us of like kind of like your style?
Let's see here, man. Okay, so I ain't gonna get up here and embarrass myself, do no freestyle, even though some of my folks know I can do that. I'm gonna go ahead and just I'll go ahead and hit you with my little intro that I got.
Okay.
And this is just from a couple years ago, but here you go.
Yeah, let's get it.
This is called I Wanna Fly.
Okay.
I wanna fly, but most things I can't deny. Living for this moment as I'm floating on a distant sky. Gravitational pulls of my ship sit inside. Titanic like Landon's hoping I don't tip the ice. If I panic, they're outlandish. I'm like that dog that shits and hides. It's like track and fields. There's different lanes with different strides. They have the audacity to laugh at me, so no compromise. Only God can judge me, so how do you define? Not my fault you crossed up your dreams, no X in mine. You want to get away? Well, my flow's like an exit sign. You ready to jump ship because you feeling pressed for time. I'm aiming for that longevity. Hope you press rewind. I can give you conscious thoughts, but not a focused mind. There's two sides of a brain. I'm just using both of mine. Maybe one day I'll make it out to Oprah's side. Like Pharrell, I also started out at them open mics. I want to fly.
Wow, that was so good. That was like, yeah, snaps. I feel like I just came in like a spoken word stage right there.
For sure,
that was intense, you guys. For those who are not in here, that was hotter than the fire that's on in the back, all right? That was good. So that's like, so for, you know, I really feel like your style, what I was saying, it's like spoken word. Like, it's very, like, deep and has meaning to it other than just, like, you know, oh, shake your ass, you know, like, buy this nice car.
We don't mind that as well.
We
but,
don't.
you know, wait, grandma listening to that, you know.
That.
No, it's all good. But, yeah, like, you know, I got a little bit of something for everybody. Like, I've been, you know, telling my folks, like, this first piece of work, you know, I would relate it to, like, a variety pack of oatmeal. I'm trying to see what everybody's going for.
Yeah.
This first go around, you know. Who's going to go for the apples and cinnamon? Who's going to go for that maple and brown? I know I'm not going for the banana, you know. You know, so I'm just saying, you know, it's all good, you know. So that's the plan for that.
Awesome.
You know?
Well, for those of you out there that couldn't feel the energy that just happened in here, where can they see you like live? Like, where can people catch a show or, you know, you at an open mic night? Like, where can people see you?
So honestly, I'm going to go ahead and start getting the shows pretty much rolling within the next few months here. I just wanted to make sure that I got my tape together for the first thing because I've been just dropping a whole bunch of songs and they're not really going anywhere, you know, and you know, I'm trying to do 3 million things out, you know, once and, you know,
well, the life of an entrepreneur, right?
Yeah, and you know, I don't mind being honest. I got to work on my stage presence a little bit, you know, and that's something I'm you know continue to work on as you know time progresses. You know, I just finally started getting myself in a place where you know I'm rooted by myself for myself. So you know I can you know definitely say for the fans, you guys ain't got to worry. That's coming on its way soon. Excuse me, you know.
Yeah, awesome. So fans, you'll definitely just have to stay tuned then for everything. And while they're waiting for those show dates, because I know everyone's going to be anticipating that, where can they find your music now? Like SoundCloud, Spotify, like how can people best connect with you in order to kind of, you know, catch up with you before they see you live? Right,
so they'll definitely be able to go ahead and check out the tape on YouTube.
Okay.
SoundCloud, Bandcamp.
Okay.
We're going to do that for starts. There'll be more added on as time progresses. But, yeah, there'll be a playlist where you'll be able to listen to the mixtape in its entirety as one. Like, say, like you might be at work or something. You might be able to sneak on your headset. You know what I mean? You'll be able to play it through. Or, you know, you can go through and play it, you know, individually. But I'm trying to make sure that I make this user-friendly so, you know, more people can actually get a hear of it.
Cool. Well, fans definitely have to check out. I mean, I would just hit the full playlist, right? Like, be at the gym, be at the office working, you know, or just like taking a breather out in your backyard, just chilling, you know.
I came in pretty calm on this first one. You know,
exactly.
You know, I'm gonna start yelling at you on the second, third. You know, so be prepared. Excuse me. Yeah.
So I want to talk about your project Suicide. So with the dollar signs, you know.
You know what I'm saying? All right now.
So let's talk about that. Like, how did that come to fruition? You know, what do you want fans really to listen into on that?
I mean, I feel like it was something that, you know, I kind of like, I ended up getting in a place where like, all right, like I got a good job and like I got this, you know, good amount of money behind me. I'm going out and people see me doing my thing a little bit. My shoe stuff started rolling.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, just like, in the moment, just feeling myself. And then I just lost sight of everyone that was around me, everyone that was helping me, and kind of just, you know, I sabotaged a lot. And you know, so at one point, you know, it almost, you know, damaged me to no return. And then on another end of things, it helped me to where there's no going back to that.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's how I can, that's why there's two.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, you know, it's kind of like a rebirth, a new beginning that, you're definitely saying goodbye to the old stuff, but you're saying hello to all this new vibe that you're spitting. And I think it's going to be really exciting for fans to kind of see this whole new part of you, this new project that you're putting out. So
absolutely. And definitely this would be a new person because, you know, this is the most expressive that I've been in my lifetime. Yeah. So I can't wait to share it with folks.
Awesome. Well, fans, again, you really need to tune in. Follow him on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, SoundCloud. SoundCloud too. All those music platforms, so you can stay in touch not only with his vibes on his new stuff, but feeling his old stuff, as well as checking out his sneakers. If you want those Yeezys, you know who to call, right?
Yeah, you know, you can check the Instagram for that. I might not be saying too much, but you see the screenshot.
Yeah, you just gotta DM him. Yeah, exactly.
Right. You know how to contact me from there. Hey, yeah, it's all good.
Well, Cam, I just want to say thank you so much for being on Fame by the Flame. I really appreciate you.
Well, it's such a pleasure to be on a platform such as yourself, and
Well,
you know,
thanks.
starting off my stuff, man, because I can't wait. I got more to come, and this ain't gonna be the first time I stop through here. I gotta come through here at least another time and kick some freestyle this time.
Oh,
man,
yeah.
you know, because
No, we'll definitely be seeing more of you.
Oh man, yeah, for sure.
Of course, I'm definitely want to bring you back on, talk about some of the newer projects you're gonna have a little bit later, as well as I'm trying to get my own pair of Yeezys, right?
Oh yeah. What size are you, by the way?
8.5.
Oh yeah, see,
You know?
say no more. All right, now let's do it. Okay.
Well, I also just want to say thank you so much, Jay, Omna Labs. You're rad. Always keep it lit for us. And again, fans, I'm Noelle at Noelle's Notions, and this is Fame by the Flame with Cam the Homie.
All right now.